Welcome to day 18 of our January Challenge 2021 and our final day of working on Kristine Warmhold's piece, Solace. Okay, so yesterday we did this repeat section, which was from bar 17 through to 24, and then we had a da capo, and I briefly went over this yesterday. So da capo, back to the head of the piece, back to the hat capo, the head of the piece, so back to the beginning. And then al coda, okay? So if you look down and look on your fourth line, you'll see a symbol there, which is kind of like a circle with a cross through it, and then the words to coda. So notice how that appears at the join, so that we're not actually going to play that final bar of line 4. Instead, we then leap to our coda, which is marked, it's a bit like having an asterisk saying, right, jump to here, which is marked there on that final page. And that A that happens on that second page there is instead of the A that happened at the end of the flourish in line 4. Okay, now one of the things to be careful of when we do our da capo is we've been doing a whole section of very sort of busy, very busy, and we have, and then we're back to the beginning and lots of space. It can be really tempting to go. It's not, it's bum, bum, bum. Lots of space again, and allow it to have that space around it. So it's a contrast to the busyness of what we've been doing these last couple of days. Okay, so we finish on line 4. Having gone back to the beginning, we have that flourish up, the A minor flourish. Now it does go down to an A, but it's no longer that A, it's the A on the other page. And then we have 2 more notes that come in the right hand at the end of that bar. So da da da, 1 and 2, F, E. And there are lead-in notes to a final flourish, exactly the same shape of our hands, but we've come up and we're now on a D minor shape. So D, F, A, D. This is all above middle C, and right hand on F, A, D at the top. And it just goes 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand 3, 2, 1. Going back down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that final note is that D that's written there. And you'll see how it's tied on. So it just fills 2 bars worth. That is the end of our piece. Okay, so what I would like to do is I'd like us to try playing from line 4 of the piece, which is bar 13, which is the going into the flourish and to the coda. Okay, so we're going to do that together. So if we get ready, so look back to line 4. This is having gone back to the beginning and played through. So our left hand is on a B flat triad. So you've got B, D and F strings in the left hand. Right hand is on D, E, F. Loads of time. We have the roll, da, da, all these rolls going into our flourish. And the final A isn't that one. It's on the other page, which then has 2 notes at the end of that bar. Okay, so don't get muddled and think we repeat that A, it doesn't work. Okay, so here's our roll. Ready? 1 and 2 and and 2. Over the page, 1 and 2 and So our left hand wants to be ready to go. Having done that low A, wants to be getting ready. And again, we'll try and open our whole hand up so that it just lands on that arpeggio shape. We're not going D, F, A, D, which is 4 things to think about. We're opening our hand and allowing our thumb to aim for the high D and the other fingers just to open out. And then our top hand, when it joins, will copy. And really try and bend everything in so that we get as rich a sound as possible in such a high part of our harps. Okay, and that's the entire piece. So join me on the play along video. What we will do is we will practice that section. Probably we'll practice a couple of bits actually. We'll practice the going back to the beginning, and then separately we'll practice going from where we've just done now, line 4, into that finale, into that coda. And then tomorrow we'll do a play along video where you get to play the whole piece. Okay, and I will also play for you our final piece for our January challenge. Very excited. All right, see you tomorrow and see you in the play alongs now.